Gotcha!
Uh-oh.
No, it's not fair. You always beat me every time. All right, one more.
Just give up. We've played 100 times.
I'll stop being your hostage.
All right, start it again.
What the fuck?
Power play.
I quit. I want to go for a drive.
Absolutely not.
No, I want to. Take me on a drive now.
Alfredo, did you make me watch anime?
This is
Yeah.
Robotnik.
That's what's happening, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, stop. Don't play with it. Stop it, sir.
I don't like that.
Alright, so here we go, and Slate.
What's up, YouTubers? It's your boy. That's all I got. Thank you. Do the real intro.
So, Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, the hedgehog we all love to hate. Everybody loves to make fun of Sonic, but we can't stop, and they can't stop making Sonic things. He's just always around.
We're trapped in this cycle of, Sonic is so bad. We should watch some Sonic.
And now there's a movie that looks just absolutely great. So, to celebrate this momentous occasion, we watched another Sonic movie, one made in 1996 in Japan. So, it's an anime. It's one of them animes. I know you love those.
I live my life free of anime, and you've done this to me, and I don't understand why.
Because why wouldn't I, Adam? I mean, what else are we supposed to watch?
I try to live an existence that is free of sin and depravity, and you bring me into these things, and I just don't know what to...
Oh, Adam, there's no depravity in this movie. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay.
So...
roll the clip!
That was close. No?
Don't think you're safe yet. I'm well aware that neither one of you can swim.
I thought Tails could swim.
What a thing to say. I'm about to kill you, but also I know you can't tie your shoelaces.
It's one of them Japanese animes, so
That's true.
It's pretty weird, but at the same time, it's pretty Sonic.
Yeah.
Because we reviewed Sonic Underground before,
Yeah.
the animated series they made in the 90s, and that was all over the place. This is more streamlined.
Yeah, I was like, I never thought I'd see something that was like Sonic related and go, that's boring. But like, it was super boring. I just, I'm trying to think of funny things to say about it, trying to think of tangents to go on, and I've got nothing.
Did not like that.
No.
The movie opens and Sonic and Tails are hanging out at the beach. And this owl man shows up in a plane. He comes in with a message from the president. The president of the planet. He needs Sonic's help. So he calls him up.
Yep.
And Sonic and Tails go over to see the president. And they get to the White House. This is not the White House of the United States of America, so it's not in Washington, D.C. It's the White House of Planet Freedom. That's the name of the planet this movie takes place in. They show up to the White House, and they expect to talk to the president, but wait a minute, it's Robotnik who's behind the Oval Office desk. What a whoa! How did an evil man become president? How could that happen? That's very unrealistic. But then it turns out the actual president is just there, hanging by the side.
Yeah.
Little Sarah, Sonic,
Please listen to whatever Robotnik has to say.
Oh, all right. Give me the scoop, Robot.
These fucking centrists.
As you both well know, Planet Freedom is made up of 2 separate dimensions. The outer world, the one you live in, is known as the land of the sky.
Tell us something we don't know.
Shut up! Heed me.
Hey, I didn't know that. I thought you guys lived on planet Mobius.
It's good to know these things.
Apparently, according to Robotnik, and let's stress on this is just Robotnik saying this,
Yeah.
there's an evil Robotnik, Metal Robotnik, who came out of somewhere. Robotnik doesn't know. Did someone create this evil Metal Robotnik? Who knows? It certainly wasn't him, no way. This evil Metal Robotnik has shown up, and I guess he's fucking up a city with his robot stuff, so he wants to enlist the help of Sonic. And Sonic is like, wait a minute, you are totally behind this. Why should we believe you?
Someone tell me why I should trust Robotnik when 99 out of 100 times he's lying.
But what if this is that one other time?
Oh?
What if he isn't lying this
What if
time?
this is the one time he's telling the truth?
So Sonic says yes to the job, and him and Tails make their way to City Land World. They somehow 2001 portal into there.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how that happens, but I guess they hit a warp zone.
Space time. You know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Robotnik stays back at the White House with the president and the president's daughter, Sarah, who's a cat girl. Robotnik and Sarah have a very odd relationship, wouldn't you say?
God, I don't. Oh.
No, I'm sorry. They are nice.
Oh, I don't like that. Do not like that at all. No, thank you.
Sonic and Tails go to the city,
Yep.
and they immediately run into Robotnik, who's giant. And then a fight ensues and goes on for too long.
They kick him and it doesn't work, and that's pretty much all I can remember at this
Well,
point.
he shoots goop at them.
Oh,
and,
that's right,
And they
yes.
get stuck on the floor because of the goop.
They get caught by Pancake.
Yeah,
Guy.
and Robotnik, Metal Eggman, whatever the fuck his name is, he gets the upper hand. But luckily, Knuckles just happens to be around.
Oh, good day, mate.
Yeah, looking for treasure and wearing a pretty stylish cowboy hat.
Oh, that's a great hat. I want that hat.
Oh shit!
Oh!
He's wearing a fucking cowboy hat.
Oh boy. Here
Why
we go.
is he wearing that hat?
It's gonna fucking Aussie Knuckles right now.
It's very stylish. It's
I love it.
honestly speaking, it's probably the best Knuckles has ever looked.
Yeah, I agree. That's a handsome man. I tell you what.
So they're fighting Metal Robotnik. Knuckles shows up and he helps them, and they manage to beat him. And it turns out that, shockable shock, Robotnik was behind it.
Oh.
Holy shit! Who could have seen that
It turns
coming?
out
Oh my god!
He did in fact lie this time. They said he always lies, but
Yep.
maybe not.
Maybe not this time.
And he fucking lied.
And
Definitely.
also, Sarah was in there with him.
Yeah. Is she an accomplice? Is she a hostage? It's still not.
It varies from moment to moment.
Yeah.
They defeat the robot, and then they go into like the heart of the city to like turn off the reactor or whatever is powering the rest of the robots.
Yep.
And they get there, and Sonic gets stuck inside of it for a bit.
Yep.
And like his energy gets absorbed somehow, and it's like, what's going on? And what's going on is that there's this robot, Hyper Metal Sonic, famous the boss from the games.
Right.
He was created by Robotnik as a copy of Sonic, and when Sonic went inside the reactor, it sucked up not only his energy, but like his essence, which is like his soul.
And you can say you can
like-
say that same thing about me while watching this. I think I feel drained of my life force.
When Sonic got his essence and soul or whatever ripped off, it went inside Metal Sonic. So now Metal Sonic
Right.
can do everything Sonic can.
Yes.
Not only does he have his powers and abilities, he also has his personality traits, even though he never talks or anything.
Right.
And Sonic's main personality trait is that he talks a lot.
Right.
Whatever. Metal Sonic beats the shit out of Sonic.
Right.
And then he goes to his home at the beach place.
Uh-huh.
And he finds that old owl man. And, and we get this like POV Terminator shot where we think he's gonna kill him, but he doesn't. Instead of killing him, he puts on Sonic's favorite clothes on him.
He gives him a makeover.
Oh, man, are you still in here somewhere?
I'm behind you, Tails. You've come home early.
Those are Sonic's favorite clothes, so don't blame me if he gets mad.
Those are Sonic's favorite clothes.
He was here last night.
I want to see Sonic dressed like that right now. Cut to a flashback of it.
He wears that to Coachella.
Tails specifically says these are Sonic's favorite clothes.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen Sonic with clothes ever, and I need
certainly not those.
Anybody who's a fan of these, please fan art of Sonic wearing this outfit.
Just fan art of Sonic in general. Send it directly to Alfredo on Twitter. Alfredo, what's your Twitter?
Alfredo Film Geek.
Yeah,
please
send
do not.
him a bunch of Sonic fan mail. Draw as many pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog as you can, and tag him in them. You can't tag me in them. I'm not telling you anything about where I am. Send them straight to him, please. Thank you.
Hey, as long as he's wearing that sweet hat and shirt, I'm good, baby.
Yeah.
So seeing that Metal Sonic dressed this man makes Tails and Knuckles go, well, maybe he's not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, because he did what Sonic would have done. Sonic loves to share his favorite clothes.
Sonic loves to shop.
It's a definite trait of his.
Yeah. Famously.
So this is how they get the idea that there's some humanity inside of Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
They end up at another location because Robotnik is gonna force Sarah to marry him. He's gotten her a wedding dress that's like a cat wedding dress. And she puts it on and she's like, why did you give me a wedding dress? And he's like, it's because I'm going to make you marry me. And we get like a flash forward of them with like a bunch of kids.
I'm dissociating, sorry. I don't want to be.
You don't want none of this.
I don't want to exist in.
Well, fortunately, I mean, I know you love this next part where both Sonic and Metal Sonic, they land on Robotnik's ship where Sarah and him are, and Metal Sonic and Sonic are kind of synced up to each other at that point, so what one does affects the other.
Yep.
And Metal Sonic ends up with his head positioned right in front of Sarah's crotch. And she's like, get away from me, you pervert. And Sonic is not able to fight because he's like horny from what Metal Sonic is doing.
Yeah.
This is what happens in The Thing.
Oh no! How is it that you're still alive, Sonic? What? What's wrong with you? What are you doing?
No! Don't look there, you pervert!
I get it. You're synchronizing yourself with metal. Then this is my chance.
Wait, was Sonic getting horny because Metal Sonic was looking at this lady's crotch?
Oh, wow.
And they were like synced together?
Ugh.
Sonic starts to lose because he's horny. But then they all
That's
fall.
a lesson for all of us. If you become horny, you lose. Thank you. Continue.
Then they keep fighting some more. The big problem with this is like all the fight scenes just go on for forever.
Yeah.
And not much happens. They keep just kind of hitting each other. It's fun for a while, but there's not a whole lot of plot going on to keep you all that invested in it.
Laborious.
The president shows up on a plane and they end up hitting it and he falls into like a volcano. And the president and his assistant fall in the lava, but Metal Sonic helps them because he's got the essence of Sonic, so he is like, I'm gonna save them even though I'm evil and I'm trying to kill Sonic. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay, the movie's almost over. So he saves those people, but he's too damaged, so he kind of falls into the lava, and Sonic tries to help him. Is he gonna give a thumbs up as he like sinks? Psych.
Don't do it, Sonic!
Second time I do that joke. So Adam,
Yes.
would you recommend
Yes, get a clean
Sonic,
take.
the anime movie, copyright 1996?
No. No. Go watch something good instead. Play a game. Not just a Sonic game. Just play a game. Find a friend. Sit down. Say, alright, hey friend, here's the rules of the game. And we're going to play this game together. You and I, we're going to enjoy our time together. We're going to cherish it.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a more positive take on this. If you play the games and you like the games and you're somebody that enjoys the story element of Sonic, this has like all of your, check boxes. So for that kind of person, I'd recommend it. If you're somebody who likes Sonic ironically like I do, this is just okay. It's not so bad that it's funny. The action is too long, but it's neat at times. There's so much terrible Sonic media. This is nowhere near the top of the worst, but it's also nowhere near the top of the most entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a no, and whatever. Sonic.
Yeah.
The soundtrack fucking rules. We forgot to say that.
Oh, yes. A tremendous, early 90s house-inspired soundtrack that is just a blast all the way through. It really... I can't count the amount of times where I just kind of ignored everything else that was happening and just kind of sat, happily bopping along to that, the nice dun 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 dun.